It's another day in paradise. As if I needed another project. Well, now I have another. I got this 2015 Polaris Ranger XP900. This is a pretty incredible machine, and we do not have a side-by-side here on the farm. We do have a solar-powered golf cart, which helps get around, but it is extremely limited in what it can pull, what it can actually, the work it can actually do. This one has a dump bed. You can fit 3 people in it, and this particular one already has the winch and the light bar hooked up on front. But I got this thing for an incredible steal of a deal, saying that there was damage to it. I looked it over real closely to find out what the damage is, and it's been modified from factory, which I guess is what they considered to be the damage. It has back flat tires. It's easy. But let me show you this. I have to turn the camera around. So this particular one has the light bar and the winch already mounted. These are not factory, and this is not a factory bumper either, but a very nice one, in fact. So the listing that I got this from said it had damage sort of all over, and I looked it over real closely, and it has this. This is an aftermarket homemade plywood roof job, and then it has this random speaker wire everywhere. I could not figure out what the crap this was all about. Look, the engine looks all good. It's been drained of fluids. It's a little dirty, but there's no oil in it. There's no coolant, which means it could have a cracked head. It could, I don't know how it lost all of the coolant. There's something wrong down there. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't dug into it that deeply, but it was such a good deal that, pretty much anything that's wrong with it I can fix for the cost of new. These things are incredibly expensive. But somebody added these snorkels. This one, there's 3 of them. That one, and I don't know if the third one is for. I haven't dug into it closely yet. But here's sort of the main problem is this. Somebody with speaker wire and just random other things has cobbled together the electrical system. I have no idea why you would do this. I mean, this is like a lot. There's a lot of aftermarket, repairs, I guess. I really have no idea what they were thinking. It looks like one of these goes to the winch, which probably this big one here goes to the winch. I have not yet figured out what these do. I haven't gotten to it. I believe these go to the stereo that they just doubled up power cables to power this stereo, which I am going to remove and replace with the proper lid and a windshield. But this is going to take some doing. So, right now I'm just going to disconnect this garbage and just leave the starter motor and the, what I think is the winch. Maybe it's that goes to that relay. Yeah, okay, so one of these is the starter and one is the alternator, very likely. Or the starter alternator is this one. And this one's the aftermarket one that goes to that relay, which is for the winch in the front. So, I'm going to disconnect everything but the starter motor. And then I'm going to put this on the battery charger, get this thing charged up, and see if I can kick it on. And I'm not going to run it without oil, of course. I want to see if it'll at least turn over. Maybe not tonight, though, because there's a lot to be done to this. Yeah, I'm busy. Just a minute. So it's getting late, and I hooked the battery charger up to this, and it's so dead that it won't even. Okay. This is not your video. I hooked the battery charger up to this, and it's so dead that it won't even accept a charge. So. And the fluids are all gone. There's no oil in it. There's no coolant. And I think that the gas is also empty. It smells like gas, but it's difficult to tell if there's any in there or not. So I do not have enough time to work on this late tonight with how late it is. I can't really tell what's wrong with it at this point. I need to hook up some actual power. I need to clean it. There's some mud down in there. It looks like it's been at least up to the axles in mud, but I didn't see any up higher, so there's a good chance that it's just kicked up some mud and it wasn't completely immersed. We'll find out about that soon enough, but whoever did this wiring job on it has done such an incredibly hacked up job that I have no idea what all these extra speaker wires and primary power leads and things are for. So it's going to take me a little while to untangle that. I'm going to start back to basics and just probably tomorrow, if I have some time, whenever I get a chance to work on this, hook up a real battery to it and see if I can get the ignition to turn over, and then I will figure out the rest of the wiring situation once I kind of have a baseline, get air in the tires, you know, just kind of get it back to zero, and then untangle all this mess. Alright, well, that's all I have time for today, and I'll keep you posted on my status with this project. Yet another project. Thanks for watching.